Hello and welcome to the seventh part of ionic2 tutorial. In this video, we'll be trying to create a login page. We'll design it in this video. We won't be writing about the login authorization and all. We'll do that in another video. So we'll get started with some basic designing. Uh, okay, so in the previous video, we just so about basic just JSLint and all those things. In this video we will remove all the pages that we have inside this app. This is actually some of these pages were created because we for demonstration purpose, that is when we were looking into Ionic CLI. Some of the other pages comes by default with Ionic, so I'll go to my project folder and then just delete those pages. So this is inside my tutorials folder, and then app pages, and I'll just delete all the pages here. Okay. Now I'll open the terminal and just clear out the whole thing, and then I'm going to use the generator. Generate. Instead of writing generate like this, I could just do G, which is the short form for generate, and then ionic generate. I need to create a page, and the name of the page is login. Or in fact, let's try registration first. Registration. So it's after registration that you try to log in. So we'll just create a registration page. Now it's going to create a folder over here and then add my registration page into this folder called pages. This is taking a bit of time. Yeah, so okay, so right now I have the registration page over here. So basically it has a component called registration page, and then some default commenting which is done by Ionic team. Then we have an SCSS file for styles, and we also have an HTML file for the HTML. So I'll just save this file, and the first thing that I will do right now is that I'll remove ion header. I thought I won't be using a header for this page. The next thing that I'll do is add a class over here called registration. So basically what I'm trying to do is that I'm making sure that all the SAS CSS rules written over here is applicable to element that is inside this class. So this will help me to prevent a conflict between classes that is present inside registration.css and other pages. So this will only be applicable for the elements that comes inside this particular class. So with that said, let's run our application, Ionic Surf. This will definitely give us a lot of errors. The reason is because we have removed all the pages, and then and we have set the home page in app as home page itself. This page is no more there. So what I'll do is I'll put it as a registration page. So I'll copy the registration class and then paste it over here. Oops. And I'll just remove this and give it as registration. Okay, now I also have to set the home page as registration page. Now I have some other bugs over here, which is inside core.scss. Basically, if I go to app and then themes and then go to app.core.css, you can see that there are a bunch of CSS files, that is SAS files, that is imported. None of these SAS files are there, so basically it's throwing errors. I'll remove this and give the registration SAS file path. So okay, so I'll save this, and now let's see if that worked. Okay, now I'll just rebuild this again just to make sure that everything is fine. Yeah, by the time it runs, let's go to Ionic doc. So the first thing that I want to do is I'll just find input from the docs. So this is how our registration form is supposed to look. So it has a first name. It won't have a first name. It will have a username and a password, and then a button which says create an account. So this is basically how we want to do it. So this is the code for it. We'll just start writing that. So I'll open the HTML page over here. I'll first type in ion hyphen list, and then I'll close that. Okay. Now inside ion list, I'll do an ion item. Okay. Now one ion item is going to have an ion input, and this is of type text. This is basically for getting the username, and name is equal to username, and I'll close this. I'll just copy this and then paste over here, and this is going to be type of password, and this is also password. So basically what I've done over here is that I've just created an ion list. The good thing that is that if I am using ion list, it will simply arrange my form as per the size of the phone. So it will occupy the entire width, and it will beautifully list everything. So it's always good to have good to use things like that in ion list, and then inside ion item. The next thing that we want to have is to add a button which says create an account. Yeah, so right now we will have that button. The button is really small over here, so we'll add full over here, full. So it will be full width. Okay, so right now we have this button and two forms. The next thing that we need to add is we need to add a label. So I'm gonna type in ion hyphen label, and I'll just close this, and the name I'll just give the label as username, and I'll copy this, paste it over here, and give it as a password. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, so I have the username and password over here, so I have this nice looking labels. The next thing that I want to do is I want to create a logo. So in our account registration page, we'll have a logo. Yeah, so now in order to create a logo, I can just create a div like this and then add an image, imgsrc. I can add an image tag, but there are better ways to do that. So what I basically do is I use ion card. So that is somewhere over here, ion cards. So basically it will occupy the screen, and I can place the image inside the card. So what I'm going to do is remove this div, and then add ion card, and inside that I'll add an img src. I'll give it to some image. For the time being, I'll just use my site logo. So I'll just go take this logo, and I'll paste it over here. So let's see how that looks. Okay, so this logo is coming. I have my username and password, but the logo is really large. So what I'll do over here is that another problem is that this logo has a small shadow kind of thing. So first I'll remove the shadow. So I'll inspect element on this particular thing, and I can see that on ion card I have this box shadow. If I uncheck this, that shadow is removed. So what I'll do is I will just copy this and set a CSS rule for ion card that I don't want shadow. So I am going to target ion card and then say box shadow as none. Yeah, so I'll save this. Yeah, so you can see that the page is reloaded, and my shadow for the logo was removed. So you can just make sure that your CSS is valid here, because the shadow just went away. Now another thing that you can note over here is that this style does not apply to all the card. It will only be applicable to the card inside registration. So that's another thing. Now this card, this image over here is really large, so what I'll do is decrease the size of the image. So I'll put the width as something like 60 pixel, 60 percentage, and height also as 60 percentage. I'll save this, come back to the screen, let the screen reload. Now we can see that the image is small, but it went just towards the side. So to fix that, I'll just put a margin, and that margin is going to be 0 and auto. So I'm saying that from top, the margin, top and bottom, the margin has to be 0. From the sidewise, it has to be auto, which means that it will place the logo in the center. Another problem that I can see is that the logo is really close to the header and it's really close to the form. So I need to put some space between the header, between in the top and the bottom of the logo. So what I'm going to do is come over here and then add div with an attribute of padding. I'll close this and then I'll copy this one and again put it over here. Right now I have a div with some padding, and so this should give some space over here. So right now I have the space also. Now I need to have two more buttons. One is for Facebook login and the second one is for Google login. So I'll copy this button and then paste it over here. Yeah. And I'll also copy this div and then with padding and then paste over here so that I have some space between create button and Facebook and Google login button. So this should be Facebook login and this should be Google. Okay. Yeah, so Facebook and Google. Now another thing that we could do is, instead of just listing Facebook and Google, you could give the logo of Facebook. So I'll just go to the docs, and inside the docs you can click on ion icons, and then you can say search for Facebook. Okay, and you can click on that and it gives this ion icon. So I'll copy that and paste it over here. Similarly, I can just do search for Google, and yeah, this is going to give me this, and I can click on that and copy that and paste it over here. So basically what I'll have is logo in after Facebook and Google. So that's, we have a logo over here. The next thing that we want to do is the color for Google is good, but the Facebook button does not look like this. So we need to define a color for Facebook, and I don't like a green. I don't like a blue button for create account. So what I'll do is I'll give a favorite color over here. If you don't know from where this color comes, you can just go to app.variables, and you have this favorite variable set over here, and this is set to this particular color. I'll copy that and paste it over here, and let's see what happens. Yeah, so I have a create account, Facebook and Google. So I'll just go to facebook.com and then take the color for Facebook button. So I'll copy this. Yeah, okay. Now I'll just create another variable called Facebook. This was one variable that we created in one of our previous video. So I'll create a variable like this called Facebook. Copy this and I'll paste it over here, and this should give me, yeah, so I have a Facebook button over here, a Google button over here, and a create account button over here. So everything works good. The next thing that we have to do over here is that we have to validate this form and make sure that this button is active only if the form is valid. Right now I can click on this button even if this form is not valid. So that's what we are going to do in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye.